What's up guys, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you how I turn my old fuel tank from this to this. Shiny.
Take this object, but beware, it carries a terrible curse.
Ooh, that's bad.
Okay, so this is the fuel tank from an A31 Cefiro, my fuel tank. So basically the story behind this was that I thought that this fuel tank was rubbish. I thought it was really rusted and I was going to replace it. But I wasn't too sure about it, so basically I took it out and it turned out it wasn't too bad. But backstory on that was, when I first got the car running back in 2019, I took it to the fuel station because it needed fuel and I filled it up. I filled it up to the max and fuel poured out everywhere from the rear of the car. I wasn't sure where it was coming from. I know there is a lot of problems with Cefiros, I think S13s as well, with the rubber seal that holds the fuel pump assembly into the tank. And looking at it now, I'm pretty sure that's where the leak was, but I wasn't sure back then. And I was always unsure because the car at the time was using a lot of fuel. Now I was unsure if that was the tune or if the tank had a leak in it and it was leaking fuel out of it. This is kind of something that kind of led to the engine blowing up. I don't know, that's in the past, whatever. So I wanted to take it out and I wanted to inspect it and I wanted to have a look inside of it. Now, when I took it out, I realized that the tank was actually really good, which sucked because I'd been looking to buy a new tank. The thing with Cefiros is you can't buy new tanks for them anymore. Unlike you S13 people and Skyline people, we can't buy tanks for our cars. So they're very rare and they're impossible to ship too. I found secondhand ones in Japan, but no one's going to ship a fuel tank. So I was absolutely stoked that this one was in very, very good condition, much better than I thought. The inside of it, I'll get the camera in there soon and show you, is like absolutely mint inside there. It's absolutely perfect, so that's good. The outside wasn't too bad. There was a fair few rust spots and everything, so I decided I would clean it up and make it look nice and fresh. We now have an empty spot where the fuel tank used to be. It came out, which is awesome. It wasn't as hard as what I would have thought. Basically you have, there's two shields in there. That was that shield that goes around the filler. This one here that sits just towards to the front of the car as well. What I did was I just removed those bolts there because I could not get that bolt off up there without breaking that weld, so I'll have to try and remove that later. So remove that so it's off, and then basically you'll just have the two bolts that run up in here and the hangers will just drop down. You have your breather here and then the return and the feed line. So once you got them all off, the tank will pretty much just drop off. Looking at the outside of the tank, it doesn't look too bad. To be honest, like, I mean, it needs a good cleanup around these sort of areas as well. Clean all that up, but I don't see any rust or anything anywhere. You lift it up. I mean, it looks
pretty good to me. Just needs a new coat of paint, really, and a bit of cleaning. It should come up all right. And the only area that does look kind of dodgy is here, where it's kind of splitting apart there, where obviously it is sealed. Inside the tank, a little bit dirty there, which I'll clean up, but overall it looks really good. I was worried that it might be rusty or something, but no, it looks fine. But yeah, as I mentioned before, it did leak one time. So whether it leaked from this, I bought a new seal for it, but I bought 2 of these. I was expecting that this would be the same size as that, so it's the wrong one, so I have to buy a new seal for there. Got a new one for that, so. Plan is just clean it all up, get it looking nice, put new seals on, then put it back in the car, and hopefully that should be done.
Several days later.
Bolted up. One thing I didn't say too, I used the old little rubber shielding from the old tank and just kind of glued them back on. But let's have a look. Yeah, one very black fuel tank. Looking good against the ugliness of the old car here. But I was going to clean all this up, but it's too big a job and it's not really worth it. Maybe another time. Anyway, this is about the fuel tank. So fuel tank's in. I also cleaned up these hangers and everything. And yeah, so basically 2 bolts here, 17 mil. I use Loctite for them. You don't really have to remove these ones. It's these ones back here. Once you take that one and the other one out, then these hangers will drop down. And yeah, put them back in. There's a plastic shield here, just 10 mils. I replaced the nuts on there, so it's looking fresh and gave this a nice new coat of paint. But yeah, that's all in. And then you also have on this side, which is now hidden because of the cover here, is the filler tube as well. So there are 6 bolts holding that in. And yeah, that's all back in now. So awesome. But yeah, what do you think? Much better than what it looked before. And now with that new seal in the filler, it's not going to be any leaks and not going to cause me any stress, hopefully. So yeah, but we are not done yet, because next we have this, which is no drama. So we just need to put the fuel pump assembly back in to my nice new fresh looking tank here. Let's do it. We are done. The fuel tank is finally back in, so absolutely stoked. It's a bit of a mess in here at the moment, so just ignore that, but yeah. Everything's back in there, the fuel pump assembly, the wiring and everything, all new fuel lines, new clamps as well, so that's good. And let's have another look underneath here at, yeah, looking pretty good. So yeah, absolutely stoked that that is done. It's going to be nice to look at it when it's up on the on a ramp and everything, at how nice it looks underneath there. But yeah, hopefully no more leaks. Seals have all been replaced, so yeah. Basically just trying to avoid problems in the future with the new engine and everything that goes in, and be 100% guaranteed that I've checked everything and everything is good. So yeah, that is good to go. So that's awesome. So pretty much like the car is almost done. Like I put the wiring loom and everything in the other day. Everything under the bonnet is good. Just this giant mess here is the next step. That is the engine underneath all that rubbish. So next video, we'll get working on this, I would say, and hopefully real soon we can put these two things together. And then, man, we are going to be charging ahead when that's done, so I can't wait until then. So until then, see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.